The PlayStation news is out of control this week. This is something that I believe I touched on the other night, but I'm not 100% sure if this was the particular thing that I was talking about. I think more or less I was talking about the PlayStation 6 already being, thought about clearly, R&D, all that kind of good stuff, which you have to do. You have to be ahead of the game in the gaming industry. I know that maybe doesn't make sense to some people, but that's 100% what you have to do. Now it looks like the PlayStation 5 Pro, which, do I believe this? I don't know. Take this with a grain of salt. But according to this, targeting late 2023 or early 2024 launch, and the price to be around $600 to $700 with a premium 8K gaming segment in mind. Now, again, is this something that is legit? Like, I don't, we're going to get into it. I'm going to get into the specifics here. But honestly, I don't know anybody with an 8K gaming screen. And not even, I think, 50% of all households don't even have a 4K screen. So I'm not sure how much sense it would make in 2 years' time to have an 8K console, like, for native 8K game. Like, man, that just seems crazy to me. And, I don't know. But I do want to get into it. What's up, everybody? It's me, Crapgamer, with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. All I ask for is a simple like. You can tell your friend, whatever. That would be awesome. It means a lot to me, so thank you guys very, very much. Really much appreciate it. Now, listen, this is a very interesting topic because you can't even find a PlayStation 5 right now. Can you imagine trying to they're saying that you might not be able to find a PlayStation 5, a normal one, until 2023 sometime. And now supposedly they're going to come out with a new premium one, a Pro, in 2023. I don't know. I'm kind of dubious on that, folks. But according to this, which I'll link this comes via of WCCF Tech, which is via some other things as well. According to this, Sony is also planning to refresh its own PlayStation 5 console with a Pro variant that will tackle Microsoft's Xbox Series X/S refresh, planned sometime around late 2023 or 2024. The new console would pack a new AMD SoC featuring higher performance, but being a Pro console, Sony is very likely to position it as a premium 4K or 8K gaming segment, appealing to those type of gamers. But honestly, even in a couple years, how many people are going to be in the 8K gaming segment? I don't know. It's just a weird thought kind of process for me. But anyway, the PlayStation 5 Pro is rumored for late 2023 or 2024, with pricing up to $700. The leak starts off by stating a few game announcements that we can expect at Sony's PlayStation Showcase event tomorrow. The following titles may or may not be present during the showcase and are as follows: the God of War game teaser trailer, Gran Turismo gameplay trailer, Stray, Call of Duty Vanguard, The Last of Us Factions. Again, according to this, Tom states that there are just a few titles that he was able to confirm from his sources, and that there are a few surprise reveals expected too, but the main leaks cover the PlayStation 5 Pro, which may definitely not be part of the showcase event this year, since the console is still far from launch. It is stated that Sony is indeed working on a PlayStation 5 Pro, which would be a higher and more premium segmented variant of the existing console. Though no specifications were stated, it looks like the console will offer a decent boost in performance, enough to entice those who waited for a proper generational upgrade over the PS4 Pro or older PS4 to make the jump. The Sony PlayStation 5 Pro console is expected to launch late 2023 or 2024 and will feature a price of around $600 to $700, which is about 75% higher than the base variant of the PlayStation 5. The original PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro base variants were priced at $399 US, while the Slim retailed for $299 US. The increase in price is likely due to increasing manufacturing costs and what the company learned from its PlayStation 4 Pro launch. To make a profit off the Pro, Sony will have to sell the console at a higher price to get a return, otherwise every unit they would sell would be at a loss. Now, if the company plans to shift it to a brand new SoC, which seems to be the case, now this is where the speculation part begins. It is being stated that the Sony PlayStation 5 Pro may get a new AMD APU feature and a brand new CPU and GPU. Now, Microsoft plans to refresh its Xbox Series S and X, allegedly, while Sony may be going the 5nm route with the new RDNA and Zen-based architecture. If that's the case, then MLID speculates that the TDP for the console to break past 300 watts, which would make it a very expensive console to design and manufacture. Also in gaming performance, the console might be utilizing AMD's FSR, which is the Fidelity Super Resolution technology, which the PS5 does that anyway. Technology and market itself as a 4K or 8K premium console. That's pretty much about it as far as this rumor is concerned. But this is very interesting. You know, again, is this something that I personally believe we'll see? Listen, I don't really know. You know, it's just one of those things where, to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense since you can't really find a PlayStation 5 to begin with. You know, I think that really it's just one of those things where we have to kind of sit there and make sure that we understand where all this is coming from in terms of what the probabilities are and things like this. So what I mean by that is, refreshes are a normal thing, right? So you get a slim and things like that. We already got a slight refresh on the PlayStation 5 that's a little bit lighter with a different heatsink. You know, obviously kind of to cut costs and things like that. So that makes a lot of sense. Now, where it comes to what Xbox is doing, it looks like they're doing a refresh in terms of trying to do like slims and things like that. It's going to be very intriguing to see what Sony does, because Sony launched one console, right? They launched the PlayStation 5. They have a digital and then a physical console. You know, Xbox on the other hand launched two different versions. They launched a, you know, kind of the Pro version and a cheaper version at the same time. So you have the S and the X. And, you know, are you really going to outdo the X in a 3 years time period? Like, I just don't know that need is there, especially given the way that the game situation is, because I think there could be some backlash if Microsoft were to do something like that, and maybe I'll get into that in a different video. But if you think about it, people bought into the Xbox One X like I did. There was a promise of exclusives, new exclusives, more exclusives, and this kind of thing. That never really came to fruition. Then we buy an Xbox Series X, and to date, there hasn't really been a AAA first-party exclusive released almost a year into the life cycle. Now, we'll get a Forza and a Halo, and then next year, allegedly, you know, Redfall, which really, I got to be honest, I don't have much interest in, and then Starfield, which I am interested in, but I just have a feeling that Starfield's going to get delayed into 2023. So, in the first couple of years on the market anyway, we're going to not see very much in terms of the exclusive. So then they want to sell you another, Xbox. Like, to me, I think that really could be a very interesting situation to kind of see come to fruition. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a very trying time, I think. And I think it's going to be very, very, very intriguing to see how fans react to new consoles coming out the way that they are. You know what I mean? Like, again, just unbelievable to think that you can't even find a Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5 right now, and we're already talking about refreshes for, you know, a couple years from now. Like, oh my gosh, the implications to that, especially given the fact that, again, we don't know how successful or unsuccessful the refreshes were this past generation, right? Like, how many people bought a PS4 Pro? I mentioned this the other night. Probably under 5 million or 5 million, you know what I mean? Out of 115 million PS4 sold, maybe 5 million PS4 Pros, maybe. They never announced it. And how many Xbox One X's sold? You know, out of 41 million Xbox One sold, again, 41 million, maybe 2 to 3 million Xbox One X is sold. Like, it's not a huge amount. I don't understand some of the thought process behind doing another revision like that. It really just seems like an added expense. And, you know, just realistically, one of the things that kind of just showcases exactly why gaming is in flux the way that it has been. You know what I mean? So hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. I can link this, though, so you guys can, check it out. Let me know what's going on, what your guys' thought is. If you enjoyed the content, maybe consider leaving me a like or subscribe or something along those lines. I would very much appreciate it. Hopefully you guys all take care of yourself. Thank you so much for the warm wishes after I dealt with the COVID stuff and things. It means a lot to me. Have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.